The story of Lot's wife, the woman who turned into a pillar of salt. Who was Lot's wife? The Bible does not tell us her name. We know that she was the wife of Lot, a righteous man who was the nephew of Abraham, the father of faith. The Bible doesn't give us her name, but she was a person living in Sodom, a very wicked and rebellious city against God. One day, God decided to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, another nearby city, because of their great sin. However, God had mercy on Lot and his family, sending 2 angels to warn them to leave the city as quickly as possible, for God was going to send fire and brimstone from heaven to destroy everything. The angels told Lot to take his wife and 2 daughters to a safe place, and they were not to look back or stop on the way, lest they die. Lot obeyed the angels and left the city with his family. But he asked the angels if he could go to a smaller city called Zoar because he was afraid to go to the mountains. The angels agreed and assured him that they would not destroy Zoar. When Lot and his family reached Zoar, God began to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. It was a terrible and frightening scene. But what happened to Lot's wife? The Bible tells us that as she fled, she looked back, disobeying the angel's command. When she looked back, she turned into a pillar of salt, standing still as a sign of her disobedience. Why did she look back? Perhaps out of curiosity, to see what was happening. Maybe out of longing, leaving behind her home, possessions, friends, and relatives. Perhaps out of disbelief, not truly believing that God would indeed destroy the city. We don't know for sure, but we do know that she disobeyed God and lost her life. What can we learn from the story of Lot's wife? We can learn that we should obey God and follow His instructions, even when we don't understand or agree. We should flee from sin and not look back because sin separates us from God and leads to death. We should value spiritual things over material possessions, as material things are temporary and can destroy us. The story of Lot's wife serves as a warning for us living in a world full of sin and temptations. Jesus said, "Remember Lot's wife," Luke 17:32, meaning that we should be prepared for his return and not cling to worldly things. He wants us to be faithful to him and ready to go with him to heaven. Are you ready to go with Jesus? Have you been obeying God and fleeing from sin? Have you been valuing spiritual things over material possessions? Don't look back. Look to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. He loves you and wants to save you, inviting you to follow him and live with him forever. Watch this other video about the birth of Jesus, the event that changed the world. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your like, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, may God bless you.